Hi, beauty. It's Jen with the Bold Thing, and we are here for another round of intention setting to kick off this new lunar cycle we are entering into, which also coincides pretty well with the beginning of the month. And there's a video on whatever platform you're watching this that gets into my what for as a coach who is following the lunar cycles and teaching it to those who want to learn about it. It just helps me flow with the energy out there more and get out of a lot of the masculine ways of creating that have been modeled to me throughout my life. So that's my what for doing these. And so we're here with a little bit of a different one. So let me just give a little context. So today is April 27th, Wednesday when I'm doing the video. So I post this to different platforms. So what I want you to know is that new moon energy is going to start really coming in on Thursday the 28th sometime. It's going to peak on Saturday the 30th. And then for 2 to 3 days after, we'll kind of flow out of it and into the next phase. With this one, it's also coming a solar eclipse. So we're going to want to practice a little bit differently this time. So some context, a new moon cycle tends to be really powerful for setting intentions. It's a great time to launch new projects or to be ready to as soon as we're through that new moon energy. It's a time to rest, to turn in, and to begin anew. Kind of imagine like blank sky, blank slate. So with this one, we want to treat it differently due to the eclipse. And I'm going to offer a handful of things for you to take out. Maybe you take them all, depending on how your brain is wired. Maybe you take one, maybe you take two. Meet yourself where you're at. You can pause yourself in this video. You can rewind, use the playback however it supports you. So the word that I really want to invite you to connect to is opportunity. That is going to be the theme of this new moon / solar eclipse, opportunity. And maybe you take a moment to really get present to what that word means to you. What does opportunity mean to you? Because baby, we're heading into that energy, okay? So one, I want to invite you to flow and to trust versus manifest. Flow and trust versus manifest. What does that mean? It means maybe for this new moon, maybe don't get into the setting intentions. Maybe don't feel the need to launch all this new stuff. Maybe just sit back and say, I'm going to flow with the energy around me. What am I feeling? What am I called to? Flow is a practiced state of being, and it's going to mean something to each of us a bit differently. Some of us were in the beginning stages of flow. Some of it were really deep in it. So meet yourself where you're at with the word flow and practice flowing and trusting versus manifesting. A little bit different. Number two, be ready for anything. Eclipses push things forward quickly. They can bring things to fruition we might have been trying to get to for a while. They can be surprising. Be ready for anything. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. 3, connect to the sweet, nurturing vibrations that are present with some other cool stuff going on around us. So just notice, where can you access that sweetness, that nurturing, and those vibrations, sweet nurturing, that are also going on. Connect to that. Let that be your tether. 4. Stay in abundance while aligning to gratitude. What does that mean? If I am really practicing working with an abundant energy and there's things in my life that are having me not feel so, I might say, okay, while the circumstances around me are making it challenging for me to connect to abundance, what I know to be true is an abundant mindset is making actions from a place of enoughness. I already have enough. I have enough in my future. It's really getting into that feeling state because it makes us show up differently. That's what this stuff is really about. It's how we're showing up, because that's going to shift the actions, how people feel about it, all of it. It's not woo-woo. It is neuroscience. We can talk more about that in another space if you want to. Just holler. Anyone who wants to do a session from this gets 10% off. But if you can't get to that enoughness to really choose an abundance mindset, the gratitude for what you already have and what for, be grateful for it, can be really supportive. So try that. And 5, be aware of your heart and be open to receive. If you notice stories of worthiness coming up, what do you need to work through them? Who do you need to work through them? Because if your worthiness story is getting in the way of you receiving, you are maybe not working with the energy out there as powerfully as you can. So become aware of your heart and allow yourself to be open to receive. If something is in the way of your openness and ability to receive, work on that. If it's worthiness, work on that. Put structures in place, create structures if you don't have them. This is your back call that you need some support on that now. I'm Jen with The Bold Thing, and this was a video to support you in working with the beginning of this new lunar phase that we are stepping into, which is going to peak on 4:30 with a solar eclipse. And a reminder that in my what is currently still free online community, Metamorphosis Collective, that's where I'm getting into all the different stages of the moon. As an overachiever who's in recovery, it helps me to use the lunar phases as a map. There's a really clear time of when to be, do, have, create, all of it. And it's supported me in having pretty lucrative quarters for myself and sustaining them, which for me, I really wanted to work on the sustaining of it before hitting the next level, which is what I'm doing. So come and play over there in a very safe and loving space if you feel called. I love you. Bye.